What's up, David Kavanaugh? It's Robert Plank coming to you live again from sunny Turlock, California. I was driving around in my car and I happened to be looking at your video you made about the gap, about, you know, the past and the present and the future and all that good stuff. And you know, you and I, we know so many people who just let the past and their past mistakes really kind of define them and kind of dictate what their whole future actions kind of become, and it's really disappointing. And I think that, I don't know, on the other hand, I also know people, don't want to call out any names, any friends, any family members, any of that kind of stuff, but I know plenty of people who just haven't really gone through anything, if you know what I mean. They haven't really gone through that many setbacks, that many kind of failures. And you know, as internet marketers, we come across stuff all the time. I send out that one email, bombed. Made that one product, bombed. Did that one product launch, freaking bombed. And once again, it's like, do you want to let that kind of define who you are? Do you want to keep dwelling on your past mistakes, or do you want to kind of figure out, well, I'm going to do that, I'm not going to do that? And usually, more often than not, when we have a product launch that does not go well, it's usually just one quick thing. It's usually just one thing needs tweaking, one bullet point, one part of the offer. Webinar needs to be shorter, longer, need to promote it more. Usually it's something really super simple. And how this kind of relates to how you have your upcoming best coaching program, your mastermind going, is that I think one thing that sets Lance and I apart from our other mastermind members, a lot of them at least, is that we go to an event knowing that we need help, knowing that some things need to be fixed, some things are going great, but that we're not going to fake it till you make it. We're not going to just kind of smile along and kind of pretend that everything's great. We're going to say, we came to this event with this outcome in mind, with this goal in mind, and we're going to be honest, and here are our exact numbers. Here's how this is selling, here's how this is not selling. What I would like from this event is for you to look at my sales letter, my offer, my launch, tell me how it's not doing right. And I mean, I've seen you at events where you opened up website, you said, you know what, mate, this sucks. This needs to change, this needs to change, this needs to change. And some people take it kind of okay, some people don't. And I mean, I think that a lot of your students, if they go into an event, I'm not saying they're not, but if they go into an event kind of with that in mind, that I am going to be torn to pieces, yeah, it might hurt, but if I think more long term, there is a very good reason for me to do this, for me to get my stuff fixed so that I can do better. Because one thing I've seen with some of these guys, I know you're kind of bringing up a lot of this, you know, I guess self-help motivational stuff, is I know so many people who they know all the facts and figures, right? They know all the affirmations. They've read, you know, like all the Napoleon Hill stuff, the Anthony Robbins stuff, all that goodness. And they're not very successful people. They're not very happy. They don't make a lot of money. They don't get a lot of stuff done. And I wonder why that is. And it's because, well, they know the words, but they don't actually apply it. And I mean, you can say stuff all day long, or you can do little mind tricks like tell yourself things are great. You can smile all day long, but at some point you're going to be doing it so much that it basically like disassociates you. So I mean, at first you might, you know, use a simple tactic, a simple trick like smiling to feel better, but if you do that all the time, well, then it's not going to have an effect any longer, and in fact it's going to be fake. So I mean, we'll have our ups and downs. I can tell that sometimes you kind of angry or upset or frustrated, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. And one thing that I kind of learned a long time ago, especially in like being like a musical performer, like in school and all that stuff, is that if you're nervous, if you're scared, well, that's a good thing. So instead of trying to cover it up, or instead of trying to pretend that it's not a real thing, well, why don't you instead use it, redirect it, and, you know, do the best that you can do. So if you're worried that your product's not perfect, not good enough, well, then put more effort, maybe not necessarily more time, but put more like emotion in the webinar launch. You know, make more videos like you and I are doing back and forth here. If you're worried that your price is too high, well, then maybe add some more bonus, or maybe talk to some people and figure out, you know, if someone did buy from you, why did they buy, why they didn't buy. Anyway, I'm kind of getting off on a tangent, but I mean, I like what you had to say about the gap, about the past, about the present, about the future. Don't let the past equal the future. But also, I mean, if there's a problem, then let's not ignore it, let's fix it. And so I'm excited to hear about how your upcoming event plays out. And I mean, I know a lot of the speakers are going to have a really kick-ass event coming up, and I just think that your students will get the most out of it. I know that I personally get the most out of these kinds of events when I know what my end goal is, and I also go into it with the intention of telling the truth, and it might hurt, might be kind of embarrassing, but we want to get better, and we want to have some big breakthroughs, and we want to get a lot of quick results in a short amount of time. Anyway, I'm almost home, so thanks for the video. Keep them coming, and can't promise I'll keep responding, but I mean, I'll keep watching it. DC, Meister, see you around. Hope that Pattaya Beach, Thailand is going great. Everything's great in California. Keep in touch, dude. Later.